Hi, it's Hilary Schwartz. I am here at the White House. Want to talk about the presidential election, specifically the conventions coming up, because there will be protests. And I want to take a look at the signs we are likely to see at those protests. Let's start with the Democratic side. There is going to be a big Bernie or bust contingent out there. They're very unhappy with the outcome, very unhappy with the Democrats. So let's take a look at the signs that I think they'll display, and even some of the signs I'm going to display in response to theirs. So let's get started. First of all, we're of course going to see the election was rigged. Now, that's what you always say when you lose. I understand whenever I'm rejected, I say the dating system is rigged. But they have a point, because maybe if there were all different rules, maybe if there were less closed primaries, if the entire South didn't exist, if whole states just didn't vote at all, Bernie would have won. I mean, so they're right. I mean, in an alternate universe, Bernie won. I think that's true. Complete alternate universe. I think they have a point. Now, we're definitely going to see this sign, because this is a big demand from the Bernie folks, which is they want all open primaries. There's a little bit of a sticking point to that, because Democratic Party is currently 40% not white. So if you open it up across the board to independents and even Republicans, really diminishes their voices. So I think some of them, and you saw the Congressional Black Caucus push back against that. I think that's kind of why, because when you say you want all open primaries, what you're really saying is make the Democratic primary white again. Now, I don't think the progressives at Bernie or bust are going to love that sign, so let's just put that to the side, because that's not a really nice sign. And in response to their all open primary requests, I'm going to be holding this sign, which is, why don't you just register as Democrats? Then you can, you can just vote in the primary. I don't know. And then I expect to get this sign in response, shut up. If I go and protest their protest, because they've been so upset with the Democrats, I'm really going to have one simple question for them, which is, why don't you attack the Republicans ever? They're the ones obstructing any little bit of progress you may even agree with and want just a little bit, and why don't you ever? Are you going to go to Cleveland? I mean, what if they, and they'll probably show this sign. We'll get back to you. I expect they'll hold that back up to me, or they'll say they're not taking questions right now, something like that. So anyhow, that's the Democratic side. So that's going to be a whole exciting kind of mess. Okay, the Republican side. There has been growing worry about Trump, and even kind of some rumblings from Republicans wondering how they can really get rid of him as the nominee. And of course, I want the Democrat to win in November. Things aren't going amazing for Trump lately, with him just talking. Seems to constantly get him in trouble. So I would love to go to the convention and have one very simple message for them. Keep Trump. No, really, please keep him. Let him just keep talking and walking off that cliff and self-imploding. No, please. Really, no, you got to win winner. Really. And then finally, is it November yet? Because this is exhausting. Okay, until next time. Bye.